Okay guys, I swear I will shut the fuck up about Cash Banuka until next Bandicoot month in June 2019, but you can't expect me to ignore this, can you? Hey everyone, Caddy here, and today will be a triple review. Yeah, that's nuts, isn't it? I'm going to be talking about the brand new Nintendo Switch and PC versions of the Sane Trilogy, and then cap it off finally with a review of the brand new original level added into Crash 3 to commemorate these new releases, future tense. Welcome back to the world of Crash, everybody. I swear for the last time until next June, I swear. And as always, I'll be showing off late game stages and bosses throughout this video, so the warning still applies despite the lack of story. Spoilers, alright, okay, nice. Okay, so let's just start with the PC version of the Sane Trilogy, which I'll just say right now is easily the definitive way to play the game. I absolutely loved my time in this version of the game, so much that despite this being my, fourth or fifth time going through Sane again, I managed to totally complete every single game in the trilogy in one weekend in around 20 hours while grabbing every achievement of the games themselves. And no joke, just having the option to not only play in 60 FPS but also play at 60 FPS in 4K on a 4K TV if your PC is powerful enough was enough of a solid reason for me to want to check this game out again, along with the to-be-expected graphics settings that come with most, if not all, PC games. It's the same awesome PS4 game, but it runs tons smoother, can look prettier in places, and there's more shit to fiddle with to your preference, including a reduction in bloom if you don't like how many modern games abuse it. You can bind keys and controller inputs to your will, and my favourite choice was being able to turn off the realistic fur effect, which not only made the game look a little bit smoother and less jaggedy, but also helped out with some of the clashing light issues against Crash and Coco's Fur that I had with the original PS4 game. As far as sound goes, correct me if I'm wrong, but it appears to me like there were a couple of improvements. Most notably, I thought that the crystal and gem grabbing noise was much louder and crunchier, which made them feel a lot better to collect. Although, like I said, I could be wrong about that. I just noticed it a lot more here. It felt a lot more prominent in this version of the game. Maybe the PS4 version is better, maybe it's different, maybe it hasn't changed at all. I don't know, but I don't remember the sound being this nice. And just for something else that I found totally adorable, I liked how the game had button prompts for the DualShock 4 if you choose to use that supported feature on Steam. You see, nearly all the games I've played on Steam with my DualShock 4 just assume that I'm using an Xbox controller and gives me Xbox prompts, so to see the classic PS symbols and colours on a PC game is actually kind of weird but very cool at the same time. And as far as the controls themselves go, well, yeah, it's the exact same thing as the PS4 version, but with it being on PC, I found input lag practically non-existent, which not only felt 10 times better with the higher frame rate, but also made some of the platforming challenges a lot more manageable. And of course, the loading times are seconds on top of seconds faster for loading in and out of levels and restarting time trials. Now, as much as I appreciate everything that the PC version of Sane does, let's confront the elephant in the room. What is this? 60 FPS? Wasn't this exactly how the game was fucking advertised in the first place in 2017? Yeah, it was, and I honestly find that kind of fucking cheeky. I mean, it could have been worse. It could have been like Dark Souls 2 levels of delivering something that didn't look like the product. At least Crash on PS4 looked fucking fantastic and played well regardless of the lower locked frame rate, but it's still a little shit for a game to sell itself at exactly the same price on PC like it was brand new, when the performance you could see from the PS4 as were better than what the PS4 Pro could even do when the game came out. Just to be clear, I don't regret spending the money, but I do think it's a little fucking cheeky to essentially advertise the PC version when the PS4 version was coming out first, and I think it could have been a tiny bit cheaper because of that. Oh, but to end this on one other thing I liked, in fact loved, on the original PS4 release, not only could you not quit the current game of the trilogy you were playing to go back to the selection menu, but even after closing the application and starting again, you couldn't skip through any of the pretty damn long intro cutscenes before you pick the next game that you want to play. Now on PC, you can not only skip all of the cutscenes including the intro to get straight into the action, but you can also quit the current game you're playing and swap to the next one from the pause menu without needing to restart the game itself, which is also prevalent on the Nintendo Switch version of the game. So considering how less powerful this system is compared to the PC and PS4, for all I know, the PS4 version itself got an update allowing you to do the whole quitting and skipping cutscenes thing as well, but this video isn't about that one, is it? I haven't gone back to that, why should I? I've got the PC version. And yeah, as far as the Switch version goes, I mean, there's not much you can say about it really. You don't have all the graphics options of the PC versions, but you still have all the features of the base game from the PS4 and the PC. Plus the bonus of the game being portable, which is fucking amazing. And the quality of the game itself may be at 30 FPS, and that's an obvious graphical downgrade, but still it's great enough on a more condensed screen size. I love how strong the vibration is on the HD rumble of the Joy-Cons, which makes falling platforms, spin attacks, and box breaking feel that much more amazing. And even though there is a graphical downgrade, don't get me wrong, the game still manages to play at 720p in docked mode, so it's not exactly unplayable on either mode of the Switch. I also noticed after doing the time trials on Crash 1 that there was no option to put my initials in on the record, which is a little bit confusing. Even if you you don't want to compare your score to other players online or something, I really don't understand this change. As I make this video though, I'm actually planning on getting every single platinum relic in the entire game, and I've made a good start. I've got every single platinum relic in Crash 1, which is the hardest one at least. Yeah, or even after spending over a fucking hour trying to get it on Stormy Ascent, I still did it, damn it. But hey, what about this brand new level designed for Crash 3, known as Future Tense? This level, unlike Stormy Ascent, which was an already finished but originally unused level, Future Tense has actually been designed entirely from the ground up by Vicarious Visions, making it not only a sweet added bonus to an already great game, but also a fantastic way to test how good the team are themselves at designing original Crash-styled platforming stages, which could potentially show off what they're capable of for an official Crash 4, because goddamn, we need one better than this. And what's the verdict on Future Tense? Well, it's fucking wonderful. My favourite level in Crash 3, and the second I finished it the first time, I wanted to immediately go back to the future. Not only does this level take a new, calming and bright visual and lighting theme based off of the already cool future stages in Crash 3, and added in loads of new details to bring new life into those levels by including new enemies and obstacles and such, but it also does something I've wanted a Crash stage to do for years, and I mean do it properly. Actually integrate your new power-ups and bosses into the stage, build the stage around it, so much to the point where it's nearly impossible to complete without the power-ups. This is something that other Crash stages have done in the past, absolutely, but to this degree, no way. In fact, the hint for the stage in the loading screen even pushes you towards using all of your power-ups as much as possible. This even includes moments where using the Fruit Bazooka is the ideal method to advance and the most fun, instead of making it unnecessarily challenging for yourself. Basically, instead of having these power-ups be a neat bonus to make earlier stages easier or getting the gems easier, the whole stage of Future Tense has been built around your power-ups, and that's what managed to make it very challenging indeed. As challenging as Stormy Ascent, I'm not 100% sure about that, purely because of how little Crash is able to do in comparison, but it's still easily the hardest level in Crash 3 because of the fact that you need to use the Death Tornado, Spin Glide, Double Jump, Bazooka and Super Belly Flop to get through it, meaning that the hazards and obstacles could be made ridiculously elaborate to make you change your tactics in the middle of them. In the side-scrolling parts of the level, there are even multiple routes for more boxes to get the gem, but not just multiple routes, hidden multiple routes that require you to get above parts of the stage that don't look like they fit in, and once again use your power-ups to get over them. And in one of my favourite hidden box placements, there's even a part where you need to spin away a stationary enemy to ricochet it towards a box in the foreground only visible by the mirror behind you, which also teaches you to pay attention to the missile launching robot animations when they're firing towards the stage from the same place, instead of you just blindly guessing when and where the missiles appear and basing your jumps around that. Oh yeah, it also has a death platform. It has a fucking death platform, which is not only challenging, but even getting to the death platform without dying isn't the easiest thing in the world. Now, I am totally aware that there are elements of this stage that were completely lifted from another Crash 1 cancelled level where you climb up a waterfall, mainly with these twisting platforms here, but I'd be hard pressed to say the rest of the stage isn't impressive, because it really is, and it shows off the massive potential for Vicarious Visions and Crash. If they can design and pull off a very difficult 3D platforming level this well, utilising all the power-ups, then even their basic beginning levels could be fantastic. Their animal riding stages could be fantastic. These guys clearly know what they're doing, and if you want to see a potential true sequel to the classic Crash games before CTR happened, I'd say download this level right now and show the game some love, or get the PC version or the Switch version for portability. You won't regret it. Or maybe you will with the amount of times that you die. And speaking of dying, how about that time trial? Fucking hell, it's difficult. And here's me ending the video with the best time I managed to capture by the time that this video went out. Okay, here we go. This is on-the-fly commentary from myself. This isn't the successful run. I just wanted to warm myself up into the proceedings because I'm not used to doing this kind of video outro or anything like that. See, there I missed the Aku Aku crate and you have to die. This is the run I got, and it is a platinum run, so yeah. First of all, you start the level off, you just run. You just start running. Don't stop for anything. Hit those two boxes. Go for this jump. Don't wait. It looks like it's going to hit you, but it won't. Same there. Just go for it. Smack that. Here, run. Go to the left. Smack the box in the middle. If you just keep moving and anticipate where the obstacles are going to be, you'll be fine. Just skip him. Don't bother attacking him. You're wasting valuable milliseconds doing that. Yeah, this very difficult jump here. That's not a word. A jump there. That was a lot of luck, honestly. This is so quick. This is so hard to commentate. Slide and under that and then spin the next enemy. Here, I just double jump over that. Here, I always have to double jump and then do that, as you can see. That, it depends what the obstacle's doing. And that jump there, I always overshot it. I always overshot it every time I tried it. And this is why you need to keep Aku Aku alive, because if you get hit once before this point, you cannot get Super Aku Aku, making this entire section here way harder than it needs to be, and you can't go over that row of boxes there without falling down the hole or doing an individual bounce on each one. And you got to keep jumping across the goddamn blue platforms and everything so that you don't slow yourself down. This is so fast, and this is easily the hardest bit of the time trial because everything seems to be random. It depends on where the platforms are spinning, where the electric enemies are going, and where the spiky enemies are flipping over and spiking. I don't know if there is a strict timing to it, but it seems to be different every single time I retry the stage, and that is the time I managed to get, 49 seconds and 11 milliseconds. Every single thing you saw there took a lot of fucking deaths to get, and my first relic I got for this stage was actually 1 minute 10, so that's how much I managed to cut down. That was a gold relic, but that's how much I managed to cut down just in time for this video's release. So yeah, platinum relic. I'm sorry I couldn't keep up with what was going on screen. It is quite difficult, but I hope that if you're stuck on the stage, you can at least try and emulate what I was going for. So yeah, that's all I can say. If it is your birthday today while watching this video, happy friggin' birthday to you, and please remember to stay beautiful. Thank you so much for watching this video, everybody, and special thanks to all the names on screen right now that have helped keep this channel alive via Patreon. And special thanks to the top tier supporters on my Patreon page, which is in the description below if you're interested. Omar2, Basil, Patrick Ferguson, Robert Alamsha, I Have a Portal Gun, Gamerman, Tabriz Sadiq, I'm really sorry if I pronounced that wrong, Joshua von Hamburg, Braden Kenny, William Sanborn, Jezebel, Matthew Hubble, Chumbawamba, Cyberpunk Symphony, Zakari, Binary Code, Exopaz, Thomas Olson, Mills Kahai, Daniel Leon, Jane Ives, Mitchell Reed, Adi Thornton Smith, Oblivion Rising, Ellen Rilpley, Kirsten B, QB, Nathan Young, and Nicole Gennaro. Thank you so much, every single one of you.